Is that your choice or the state of Minnesota not allowing you to consume alcoholic beverages so you do not get kicked out of games?
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with it. But why you got to bring that shit up every time, Brad? I get thrown out of one WNBA game. I'm now on public enemy number one. I mean, come on.
It's thrown out of a WNBA game.
I do, damn it. I do.
I watched that live. Hey, Audrey, if you get onto YouTube, you can watch us live.
Yeah.
You're leaving?
YouTube?
Watch this shit
Love you.
live.
Hey, yeah, you tell Haven and all your friends when you go out to watch it.
Oh, yeah. We're really big with the high school crowd.
Right, yeah. All right, so should we start the show?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right.
We got to get into some speculation, Viking speculation.
I know. I want to hear from Tyler and Brad. That's
Speculate.
I want to sit back and watch this game while Tyler and Brad talk. So
NFL masturbation. Let's begin it.
Yeah, let's just self-flagellate.
hello and welcome to this thing we call Minnesota Foul Play-by-Play. I'm your host, Anthony Variano, here to provide you with colorful commentary on Minnesota sports. I'm joined by the brothers Haas, Michael and Bradley, and our favorite co-host, Tyler J. Tyler Culver is here.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for being here, guys. We like to start the show now. Well, I guess I like to start the show now since I'm the producer and in charge, and I get to say what goes. And I do all the work. I do all the back end work. I do all the production work, and now there's no production work because we're just going live all the time. We're just talking. I think it makes the show better.
And you get all the fucking paychecks and royalties.
Yeah.
So it's like,
negative $150 so far is what the income sheet looks like.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Worse than Dan Levitard with your arrogance.
Well, my mood today is brought to you by the YMCA. Went to the Y today, found out that the men's locker room was closed for cleaning all day. I asked him, is this sign ever going to come down today? No, he says. Pretty sure he only spoke Spanish, but no is the same. So then I go to the other Y and use their gym for the first time ever. It was nice. I was the only one in there. It's a small gym, but I worked out a lot of rage that Brad.
Wasn't your mother a Spanish teacher? You should have been able to fucking understand him.
Oh, I practice Spanish every day on the toilet.
Senora V.
Anywho, what is your mood brought by today, Brad?
Just life, man. Just life.
Just high on life today.
Yeah.
You look a little high on life, frankly. Are you doing a cleanse?
When you live in Glendale, Montana, like me, it's like what better place on earth to be? It's fucking amazing. What can I say? No place I'd rather be.
Michael, what about you?
Really three things. Olympia, they don't make Olympia anymore.
They just don't make them like that anymore.
But they do make PBR,
which is pretty damn close.
Which, I mean, it still bugs me that the hipsters drink this, but whatever. And then baseball, 2 weeks away. Yeah. 2 weeks from today, we'll be talking about the Twins.
Don't they play in South Korea in a couple days?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Minnesota Twins. Who watches the Dodgers? Who watches the Dodgers?
I mean, I might tune into those games because those will be the only games I get all season.
I won't see the Twins. Of course, I'm going to watch the Dodgers. Shohei playing in East Asia.
Oh, yeah, he's going to start that first game.
Awesome.
Yeah. Or no, I guess he won't. He's not pitching this year. That's right. Tyler, what brings about your mood today?
Just looking forward to season starting, draft starting, new teams, new feelings, new energy.
He's into it. He's
feeding on it, man.
Oh yeah, he's injecting the goddamn transactions into his veins.
Dude, finally out from under the thumb. We got a whole new thumb.
So
give us
how awesome though is it that not essential actually where you can sign free agents. The Minnesota fucking Vikings did more in 3 fucking minutes than the Twins did all off season.
Yeah,
hey, they had a plan.
Oh God, it's too much almost. I think it's
right
because I think Culver is totally right. Like, talk about a whole new fucking team, a whole different team than a week ago. Like, it's fucking insanity. And to the Twins and Twins fans. Whatever defense, it's not them, it's the fucking ownership. That's why we had a boring off season. It's fuck them. Anyway, Vikings.
It's also fans. Like it's the
No.
It's
No, you are not putting this on us.
I am gonna put it on Minnesota fans.
Yeah,
it's a budget linked to television money that went down because they had to re-up with Bally Sports and couldn't find a deal that was even comparable to what they were getting before and won't in the future ever again. It's tied to future season ticket plans, so it's already tickets
Tony,
already
we
sold.
Understand how business works, okay?
So put a fucking winner on the field like the Vikings do.
They did last season. They won a playoff series. You guys didn't get to feel that like I did, and that's why I'm not mad at them for cutting payroll.
That's why
I will like them even more because they cut payroll, because they will have done more with less, and those are the teams I love. That's why I love the Rays so much.
Take the fucking playoffs this year.
Probably not. I still think they're the class of the division. They're the class of the
think
Central
so.
still. Yeah, they could still win
so.
a bad division. So I've got faith in them doing that. But
we still got an ace.
Yeah, we still got Pablo Lopez. Like
top 5 closer, top 5 bullpen,
top 5, yeah,
leader on the team. Like there's still a lot to like there.
And we've got a lot of tradable assets too.
Yep.
So many tradable assets.
Great farm.
We do.
I bet you the Minnesota Vikings have more wins in October than the Minnesota Twins.
This next upcoming season, what would
in 2024
balls to even say something that's stupid? I'm serious. Like, what has gotten into you? We're going to be maybe the third best team in our own division.
I said October.
Yeah.
What do you play in October?
Playing fucking games. I see.
Actually, I don't know
associate all Octobers with playoffs. But yeah, I still think you might be wrong. Is our bye week during October?
Look it, man.
What ranked defense do you guys think we're going to have? I mean, that's what's been fun is watching.
That is
create a defense for Flores. Like,
hey, do you remember last year about?
We got that Van Winkle character from Miami, did we not?
Yeah, that's been my favorite
right.
But me
too. He's going to be a boss.
Do you guys remember last year about this time? Maybe a little bit later. Maybe it was after the draft when I said, like, hey, man, I like this Flores. I like what we got on defense. I think we're going to have a top 10 defense. And we were close. Now these moves that he actually got to make, holy shit, man. Like, every one of these guys fits his thing perfect.
Yep.
And we got him relatively at a bargain price, if you will.
Oh, I think we got a better pass rush, which will improve the secondary because they won't have to defend for as long.
Even though we're doing this right now, it's so funny when you watch all the chatter. Nobody has a fucking clue what's going on. Like when we speculated about why the fuck is Flores even staying in Minnesota? Like he deserves better.
Yeah.
I guarantee there's conversations where it's like this offseason, we're giving you what you want. You tell us what you want.
Yeah.
Fucking, we're gonna go wild.
He's got a blank slate.
He's also got an open lawsuit against the NFL that would kind of it makes it hard for an owner to give him a kind of blacklisted position. Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, like
he's literally blacklisted.
Yeah. Harry's the only person on that defense that's still from that last Zimmer team. He's completely
good. Like he's not good
still
anymore.
Good.
Oh,
I took a pay cut. I love him.
Big to differ. He's a coach on the field. That's invaluable.
That would make, but he's also bottom third in probably safety play in terms of like Pro Football Focus.
He knows where he needs to be. He doesn't have to be fast if you're there already.
He's a great asset for Flores to bring a blitz too. He can definitely get after the quarterback.
He's the only lawyer.
Monster, good hands.
As the only lawyer out of the four, I'm making a ruling. Tyler is right. Tony, you're wrong.
Thank you.
It's gonna break me. It's gonna break me, but I kind of agree with Anthony. I honestly thought that he would be cut.
Yeah,
because and he did take the hometown discount, which is good. I think he's a decent player.
Years. This isn't the first time he's done it.
I think there's better out there, honestly, but you're gonna pay more.
He doesn't have to be out there every play anymore, but you want him on your team. You want him there. You want him to. He needs to have some of that carryover, even though we don't have Zimmer anymore.
That's why I was looking at today as well, because I think we forgot about this just because of his injuries last year. I was like, did we draft somebody pretty high that Lewis signed? What's he doing? I'm like, I kind of forgot about him. He's healthy now.
It's over.
Yeah,
what do you mean done? He's done?
I mean, he's not going to pan out. We were saying that before the season even started last year, watching him in preseason. Anytime he hits, he's head down. He's like, He's got no force in the right. His momentum was terrible. He's just going to get smacked around. I don't, unless he bulks up quite a bit. I don't think it's going to happen.
This is why it's good. I just need to stay in my lane in baseball because I was getting excited about a player that's not going to pan out.
I mean, we don't know though. We don't know.
We're pretty used to that.
You don't know though. I mean, he might bulk up, like you said.
He could.
But yeah, it was more like fundamentals and techniques that I saw last year was his problem. Yep. He was there to make plays. He just did it the wrong way. So you never know.
I shouldn't say he's done, but watching we get a year, one game, maybe two games out of like Mond and then Hall, and now they're just like forgotten completely at the same time. You get like a year or two in this league, and then basically your draft status is out the window. Whatever the thoughts were of the organization to you at the beginning, you got to reprove all that.
But I mean, he's still got a chance though. Like, I'm not saying it's comparable to like what we're talking about with like somebody like Kirilloff on the Twins, but like this is definitely his year two. Tyler just left.
All right. Well, Michael, you seem to agree with me at your favorite Vikings acquisition so far this offseason is Van Winkle from Miami, who is a sideline-to-sideline linebacker who's pretty great in coverage as well as getting after the quarterback, which is just a Brian Flores guy. So tell me why you love that acquisition as much as I do.
You just said it. I think it's going to fit Flores great. And what we lost in the three big signings for defense, I think just losing Hunter, they're like almost great baseball moves. We're getting just better talent for cheaper, and it's going to fit. They all fit perfectly.
And younger. Yeah.
We're getting younger is the thing.
Yeah.
And putting a little building blocks in play, and then next year we're going to have one of the highest cap rooms in the league, 150 million, somewhere around there. You can play a lot. Even if we miss on a bunch of draft picks this year, we can fill a lot with free agents.
And once we trade the best receiver in the league, all that money's going to be there. The
Athletic reports it's the top story for the Minnesota Vikings. They have Vikings not planning to trade Justin Jefferson, according to sources.
Of course the Vikings are going to say that, but what is Justin Jefferson saying, though?
I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. I'm not locked into the social media.
Oh, God. I don't even want to say it, but there was kind of a cryptic tweet from
about
Jeff
Sam
today.
Darnold? Yeah?
No, it was about staying pat or doing new beginnings. It was one of those.
Dude, I'll tell you this much.
Let me see if I can find it.
There is something out there, though, that there is talks. There is something that's going on because there wouldn't be this much speculation of him going to the Bengals or him going somewhere else. And, frankly, I don't blame him. He doesn't know who's going to be his fucking quarterback. And we can all agree Sam Darnold, unless some amazing shit happens this year and he turns out to be this freaking, diamond in the rough. Do you blame Jefferson for really not wanting to stay around in Minnesota?
No, I'm terrified.
I'm with you. I think we should trade him.
I do too. Get as much capital as we can. I mean, we're free riding then.
We got Addison at a rookie scale deal anyways, and he's a bona fide number one. Like he's performed like he really shocked the hell out of me. As soon as I started criticizing his ass last year, he just started catching everything.
Hey, guy, like Mike Williams is out there. There's so many people out there, and if you just want to go just back to February, who the fuck was Patrick Mahomes' wide receivers?
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
And Mina Kimes yesterday, I believe, said on the Le Batard show that you'll find that more and more general managers in the NFL are going to be prioritizing less and less money to wide receiver position as well, just like they have for the running back position.
I feel like since we're all attacking Tyler, I want to attack him too. But the way I look at it, I love Justin Jefferson.
Oh, who doesn't?
The game, I think
he's terrific.
He is honestly probably the best offensive playmaker, maybe second to like Mahomes or that kind of level. Maybe Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
But what's best for him though? Like his career. Like I think it's
Atlanta
better.
And playing with Kirk Cousins wouldn't be bad.
or going back to his college quarterback.
I'm telling you though, right now,
that would be overwhelming though. Cincinnati getting both those guys together.
God, that'd be fun to watch.
There's no way they could do that.
I don't want to watch that.
I would watch it. I totally
here's a hypothetical situation. Cincinnati offers us T. Higgins and the 18th pick.
No,
you still got to pay T 25 to 30 million. It's not. I mean, 20 to 25 probably.
I want a pick that gets me one of the top 3 quarterbacks. Is
wild score.
Hey, all right.
Okay, yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. It's like
we need another pick in that as well.
Well, I bet you we would. I bet you we get another first round pick. We'd get 2025's first round pick too.
Yeah, but this draft is so much better than next year's draft.
But no, like what I'm saying.
The blue line again. You're getting a lot of scoring from up there.
Because like, what's going on with the Bears and Justin Fields, man? Like,
I was actually that Brad, you'll get to talk after this because that's what I wanted to bring up. He said on the herd today, he's bringing up he wants Fields. He wouldn't mind having fucking Fields be his quarterback.
Justin Jefferson said this?
Yes.
I would love this.
That's terrible. That's dumb.
I don't think it's dumb at all.
I don't either.
That's about it.
Undervalued here.
I'm saying that is what the man himself said on the herd. So I'm saying
if he's okay with Fields, then he's fine with
Donald. You literally watched. We can bring up this video of Justin Jefferson.
Yes, I'm reading it right now. Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson pitches his preferred Kirk Cousins replacement on yard.
Okay,
make it happen.
They're not in any talks with Chicago about Fields, is what I've heard.
How would we know? How would we know?
Well, that was
just
reported.
like sources have reported that they have no interest in dealing Justin Jefferson. Like,
I mean,
there hasn't even been a rumor of Fields being pursued by anyone besides Pittsburgh, I think.
But every place that was rumored to get him, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Seattle, they've all got people now.
Right. He was not their top choice anywhere, apparently.
And honestly, if I don't think Fields is that bad. If I'm the Chicago Bears and I hold the 1st and the 9th fucking pick, I'm taking Marvin Harrison. Give him him and DJ Moore.
Well, if that's what you're going to do, then you trade that first pick and you trade down.
No, that's my.
You trade down. You trade down to like.
If you're not going to take one of the top, if you're not going to take the top quarterback, then trade down to the 4th or 5th or wherever you can get him.
Trade down with New England, and then you take him there and get a pick out of it. Yeah, that's but I don't see that happening. I feel like they're going to panic and fuck it up again. So
let's
let them do
speculate here.
What they do,
Mitch Trubisky, baby.
Well, no, something that's not going to happen because it's within the same division, but. Why not trade that first pick for Justin Jefferson then? And the Vikes get a pick.
Because there's no way they would make that trade to a division rival.
But it's such a crazy thought. You're giving the number 1 pick. You're both losing something. You're gaining the best receiver in football. You're getting
and we're getting the best quarterback prospect.
I mean, I don't see how it could be any more fair than that.
You said it prospect.
That's
my thing.
You need another 1st round pick next season, probably.
At least.
Maybe
or an established greatest wide receiver of all time statistically.
Or maybe a 3rd round pick.
So that's what I'm
two
saying.
Firsts.
You have a guy on his rookie deal still.
You don't get
You're not gambling on a goddamn pick. We can't say May
any
is my
of those
favorite guy.
Quarterbacks are going to pan out.
My only thing is I don't think if we get the number 1 overall pick, we don't get another 1st round pick even next year's because the number 1 pick in the draft is worth
so valuable.
Fucking 2 1st round picks anyway. So
I see what you mean. Yeah.
But I mean, maybe we get another pick, but I'm just saying, or maybe you do a fucking thing where we
Minnesota on the power play.
We swap our pick for their first 2 picks and they get Jefferson as well. Where I mean, we move up a little bit, they move back. I don't know.
If that was the case where we get the 1st and the 9th pick, they get our 11th pick. Fuck, they could throw in Justin Fields. You only have him for 1 year.
They're not going to give up Justin Fields though. My thing is, if they're trading away the first round pick, why would you trade Justin?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah.
I
You're
mean,
right in that situation. Yep, you're right. And then if we sprinkle in your second round or third round or whatever.
Well, we don't have a third round, so
yeah.
Next year.
No, I'm saying I think we're gonna have for the Vikings, which I think is gonna be a fun draft. And just because I think there's gonna be something big that happens. It's gonna be like Carlos Correa to the Twins big, where it's gonna blow.
It's not.
You think they're just gonna roll on fucking Sam Darnold for a year and
they'll draft JJ McCarthy at fucking 11.
Yeah, and then whenever Darnold.
You think
he's Sam Darnold?
He won't be there at 11.
Yeah, he's not going to be there at 11. We'd have to trade up to get McCarthy.
We'd have to trade with the Chargers. Hope that new Harbaugh isn't got still bad balls about us not hiring him last 2 years ago.
I don't know. I think from what I think McCarthy will be there. Penix will be there. Bo Nix will be there.
I love this graphic about the Wild. 18 goals from defenders.
We're gonna get
January 18th. Leads the
NHL. Let's expand on the speculation then. Let's pretend
6 of them.
Let's pretend something crazy happens and we move into the top 5. Like, out of which quarterback do you want? Taking the number 1 off the board.
I want May or Daniels.
Yeah.
And why? A little explanation why.
They compare. May has a cannon. He's a bigger quarterback.
He's pretty light. He's bigger than Daniels.
I mean, he's comparable to what they're saying is like Josh Allen and stuff. He's a little bit raw, which
he can move though, huh?
He can move. He's not like your pure rambler, but he can move.
Not like Michael Penix, who is a statuesque in the pocket passer.
Which is what we've had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want somebody like when Dobbs came in, we just thought it was so magical that we had a quarterback.
Because you had one guy who could
like holy shit
outside of the pocket, but not through the middle.
Yeah.
His accuracy is not good. Jaden he looks like a stud quarterback, like a CJ Stroud or something. You know what I mean? Like he's got the sex appeal.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, like I watched a bunch of USC games and like, yeah, he's good. He's really good, but
there's risk there too. There is. He's already said he doesn't want to go to Chicago either, and they're going to pick him
in their history.
And he also has said that he wants stock in the team, whoever picks him. So it's going to create.
He's trying to do away with the NFL draft.
No, he's trying to be treated like Patrick Mahomes before even stepping on the field. Like, that's what about everything I've read, which I kind of am a little depressed. I think like you guys are. I've read a lot of stuff that
who's depressed, man. The Wild are making a playoff push.
I'm talking.
They're looking like a central.
Talking about hockey right now.
The PWHL Minnesota is back, baby. Taylor.
Shut up. This is Vikings.
Yeah, this is Vikings. No, most everything I have read is it seems like at least the writers online are focusing in on McCarthy, that he's a realistic fit. And look at this. Look at how I do this. I'm just taking over the show from Tony because he doesn't know how to run a fucking show.
I'm watching hockey. Vikings talk is your thing, man. I'm a Lions fan.
So my thing
just through your head.
I would love to hear from Brad and Tyler. If we had to settle between McCarthy and Nix, which one?
McCarthy.
I'd agree
with McCarthy.
McCarthy over Nix for sure.
I think he's baller. I think he's clutch. He comes up. He didn't have to do much at Michigan. You know, they won the title. They had a running team. They had the defense. They had not good receivers.
We do.
He looks clutch. I mean, that's what I'm looking
quarterback. I mean,
and we've got a system.
We do.
We've got a great system with tools everywhere.
In the end, it's like that's why they brought KOC in, is because to make this decision right here, to know what a quarterback needs to be. He's been around busts. He's been around Brady. He was there for Dwayne Haskins. Like, he knows what a bust looks like. He knows what the GOAT looks like. I think that he's going to be able to make the pick. And, you know, everyone's saying JJ's the fit. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But when it comes down to it, the top 3 teams are going to take a quarterback.
Yep.
So that means all that's left of the big four, and everyone's saying the big four, we have to get one of them. And to do that,
a big drop off from the top 3 to McCarthy, though.
Yeah, in my opinion,
some people say that, but what I've been hearing is the four. But there obviously is, because of the numbers, because McCarthy didn't have the huge numbers. He had the championship, and it's hinging on that a little bit. But I mean, being clutch, that means a lot.
That's the most.
We need that. That's what we need.
Yeah.
McCarthy,
especially if you're going to play as many close games as the Vikings tend to play.
Right.
I mean, ESPN doesn't. McCarthy and May grade out very similar, at least on ESPN, and a lot of like ESPN and even CBS is saying it seems like the fans are maybe giving May more hype than the teams are. Like,
yeah,
I still see him going. I mean, I've read a lot on.
There's a lot of analysts that are in love with May. And which one? God, who was it? They were at, where the hell were they? The Pro Bowl or something, and they talked to May. And he's a good family guy. He's a great human being, which that's a lot of appeal to a lot of these teams. You know, you don't want this thug coming in saying, "Hey, we want to own the team and we want to do this." Or
quarterback thugs out there.
Wait till Sanders enters the draft next year. You'll see.
Oh, God, I would love that.
So, no.
I would love to have Dion on fucking the sidelines of the Vikings. I would love it.
So what I'm saying, like,
you get a whole new gentleman.
The same way is at 11. If McCarthy's there, they're at 9. I don't want to make a move for him, really, though. Like,
I think they're gonna have to. The Giants would take him, or the Broncos could move up and get him. We'd have to move up to 5 with the Chargers, is what I'm hearing.
And I think Tyler's absolutely right. I think the team that we're going to be, who's ever getting the third quarterback pick is going to get a great fucking trade, because you're going to have the Vikings and you're going to have the Broncos.
Exactly.
Who both need that.
But at 5, that's Chargers, that's Broncos. They're in the same division. They're not going to trade that pick to the Broncos. They just have to have a better deal than the Giants.
I'm just saying, if we're going to lose draft capital, like, I get out, go get one of the 3 then.
But that's kind of what I was talking about earlier too, is with all that cap space, we have some wiggle room. Like, we can only have 2 significant picks in this draft. It's not about 24, it's about 25, really.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
So I mean, I didn't want all that capital going away to move up either, until, you factor in all that extra money, and then you can get it elsewhere. So I think they're not chickens. They're making moves. They're bold. They're gonna do it.
That was crazy when the reports came out last year that they were trying to move up to get Anthony Richardson. Nobody knew about that. That would have been amazing. So, I mean, and finally we are in the position. I mean, it's a lot tougher to move up from 22 to a top 5 pick. You got to give up the house. So sitting at 11, we're sitting pretty good where, if we want to move up, if we want to move up in the top 3, we're going to lose this year and probably next year. It'd be a similar Carolina Bears trade, what they did, which, and the thing is like, to me though, it's not scary, because our picks, like, this is what our best pick in how many years? You know what I mean? Like,
my thing is,
what was our last top 10 pick? Christian Ponder, Troy Williamson.
Yeah.
If somebody's able to look it up, that's
I'm looking it up right now.
How high was like Treadwell, or was he in the teens?
Oh,
that was our biggest bust, probably.
23.
Let's see. Our worst 18, season. We went 5-10 in 2013. So in 2014, who did we draft number 1 overall?
In 2017, we got Dalvin Cook at 9.
That was a good pick.
Back when running backs meant something.
What about in 2014?
15 was 11. 14 was 9 too. That was Anthony Barr.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's not a bad.
2012 was 4. Matt Khalil.
Yep.
That was pretty good.
We went 3-13 that year.
No.
So yeah, I guess what we found out is there's no guarantee that any of these prospects are going to pan out, and so
definitely not.
Sam Darnold, $10 million might not be so bad.
It's not.
No,
like,
it's.
And as a Vikings fan, I think it sucks. I think we're all a little bit heartbroken to see Kirk Thuggins leave. But are we really?
I'm not.
No,
not at that price.
Correction, Dalvin was 41 second round. My bad. Go ahead.
I mean, yes, not at that price. I like him. He knows our offense. He's a good damn quarterback. I can't remember which analyst said it though. It might have been Cam Newton. He's won one fucking playoff game. One playoff game.
All the analysts say.
Yeah. No, if you look at his record against teams above 500, it's fucking horrible. And that's my thing. It's like if you can't, I understand you can use the offensive line as a excuse or whatever, but
can't blame it on him completely. But when there's that much of a track record, then it's definitely
you can't. He's getting
paid. He's getting paid A+ money, and he's got A- play. And no clutch. So
and to me, it makes the offseason more fun. Like when you saw Baker Mayfield got paid, I thought
that was out of my price range too, because I would have taken him.
So there's going to be something special that happens
years after that.
Yeah.
There's going to be something special that happens draft night, because I do agree we're playing for next year. That being said, though, the quick question I wanted to throw to you guys: does that mean that we get Flores another year? Like,
you mean after this season?
Because I think if we want to have a chance to make a playoff run, we need Flores.
We do. Absolutely.
If it's
he's the best player on the field on defense.
If it's his baby, he's not just gonna leave it on the side of the road.
It doesn't work like that.
It's just because he's not head coach don't mean you can't pay him head coach money.
There's no goddamn book for how he coaches either, right? Like nobody could actually emulate this, because it's all just chaos. You don't know where it's coming from, but I'm bringing up blitz 66% of the time, and your quarterback's going to be running with his fucking head cut off, and it's going to be awesome. I love it. And then in the fourth quarter, they figure it out a little bit, and if you're like not 2 scores ahead, then you lose games. Or if you turn the ball over 4 or 5. This is the most amazing thing about this Vikings team. This Vikings team was so fucking good. They turned the ball over 5 times a game, and we're still in fucking football games. How? Yeah. This is not the 1998 fucking NFC Championship.
Yeah.
Minnesota Vikings, or runner-up.
With scrubs.
He didn't last year. He didn't have a defensive tackle worth of shit. And how you create defense. That's why I think he is so pivotal. That guy is.
He doesn't even need it. What happens when he has
amazing.
it?
Let's talk about some of these guys, because we got a run stopper linebacker too in that Blake Cashman. Guy had over 100 tackles last year.
Coming home, baby.
Dude, the guy's missed 7% of his tackles throughout his career. 7%.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
For someone that does over 100 or has over 100. So that's huge for stopping the run.
Him and Ivan Pace running the middle.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Oh boy!
I mean, this is nasty.
Gonna be mean.
Like I said, there's still a lot of secondary shit out there. Like Howard from Miami has been linked to coming to us. There's a lot of guys that are
really.
Yeah, there's guys linked that are possibly going to come here.
He's terrific.
I was hoping for Reader, but stupid Howard. Lions.
I tell you what, like I said, they're kind of like the Harrison Smith thing. He's getting older. He's not as good. When you're running all that fucking chaos up front, maybe your secondary doesn't need to be that good.
It's true.
No, that is true. You don't have to cover this long. I mean, it's fucking. No, I am. I'm like reverting.
Howard allowed 1 fucking touchdown last year.
Yeah,
he's 13 games and allowed 1 fucking touchdown.
They're really connected to him too. That's no Flores guy too. So.
A 39 completion, 62 targets.
What's he like? 32 though. I mean, he is older.
He's 31 this year.
31.
Look what Patrick Peterson did. He
was did.
Old, he came in. He had a Pro Bowl year. Not that the fucking Pro Bowl matters anymore, but did you see that? Did you see that fucking Cam Dantzler tweeted or whatever something about he's ready to come back to Minnesota because he changed and shit because he sees what's going on. Like some of these players see what's going on and maybe they want to come to this defense.
Turning back into like that 90s, like fucking like when the defense was fucking like the John Randall years. Go ahead.
There's no big names on the fucking team though. When you think about it,
some undrafted free agents, one Harrison Smith,
A couple guys that played for the Texans that get no
Not
love.
even any Danielle Hunter anymore.
You got a bunch of guys that can play 4 spots that
right.
they don't need to be studs.
These are interchangeable pieces. This is like what they called positionless baseball boys. Like that's what Brian Flores' defense is. It's like you got to be able to play corner, you got to be able to play linebacker, you got to be able to play defensive end.
and players want to be on it. They want to be a part of it. So that
allows
we
a lot
have
of freedom for them.
That chip that we never have. No one ever wants to come to Minnesota. We have it now because that's an exciting D and offense.
I watched this on the Pat McAfee show, which is honestly
the biggest garbage television on television.
I've never tuned in except for
it's fucking miserable. But
then stop watching. You don't have to watch.
He's got a lot of time on his hand at work, I think.
I do. And do you know why I watch it though?
I don't know. The same reason people watch Joe Rogan
or Get Up.
That fucker that was on the Packers. What the fuck is his name? AJ Hawk or something like that.
The worst.
Dude, he is the worst fucking podcast guy on a show. Like, I feel like I do. He just sits there and stares at the camera.
Stump on the log. Nothing.
And then he asks the most belligerent questions. But anyway, they said that they talked to some guy with the 49ers.
That sounds like they're reporting, too.
And it was, quote unquote, this guy that was...
segment, boys. I got to go get a drink.
This guy that was associated with the 49ers said that Sam Darnold throws the best ball of any quarterback that ever put on a 49ers uniform. And he was talking about, they didn't give a name. But
if I can
piggyback, talk about like the Vikings and shit like that. Like the Vikings are usually irrelevant in like all of these talk shows. I'm not thinking Sam Darnold's going to be this fucking great, but like, why would you say this shit? You know what I mean? Yeah. Sam Darnold should be like, Sam Darnold's going to the Vikings, and then they come up with this story that some guy said this. It's like interesting. Like,
if I could piggyback off that just for like the only thing that's, and I was depressed when I saw the Darnold news, but then when you take a step back and you realize, yes, we're playing for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Darnold's never been in a system like this.
No.
Like Minnesota's offense is built, put a quarterback in, everything's there. Offensive line we can't say we don't have a good offensive line anymore. Right and left tackle, great. Receiving options, got the best receiving options in the league. Like, and we got pretty fucking good running back too. Like it's
Aaron Jones. Yeah.
If you can't excel in this system,
you can't just fly by Aaron Jones.
Fly by Ty Chandler, man. That guy was freaking special at times last year. Like,
did we not all agree that Ty Chandler should have been the bell cow last year?
100%.
How come? Why didn't anybody listen to us? Why is no one literally listening to us?
Hey, obviously KOC did. Obviously he did. I said, hey Madison, see you later, man. I kind of like this Ty Chandler guy.
Yeah,
I'm going to admit I was wrong on that. Which who else is ready to admit we were wrong? Like I thought Madison could turn into something like the way he was a backup.
I did too. That was kind of depressing. He's a good dude too. Like I liked him a lot.
So good.
Just fumbled the ball like crazy to start the season, and all of our hopes were dashed.
Yeah,
we win any of those games early in the first 2 games just went sideways because of fumbles, and we missed the playoffs. And it wouldn't have mattered because we would have had who knows playing quarterback for us. Justin Jefferson, maybe.
Yeah. Sam Darnold's contract, his base salary is only $2.5 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say the guaranteed money couldn't be 10. So how is that breaking down, anyways?
It's 2.5 of his base. I think 6 of it is signing bonuses, and then the rest is performance.
Okay, so he's getting 8.5
games played. So it's less than it sounds too.
That's like a full fifth of what Kirk Cousins was making.
And all of so many of these deals, like the ones that are kind of questionable, they're all 1-year deals, dude. They're prove-it deals. Like Jones, $7 million for Aaron Jones is cheap, and it's 1 year for a 30-year-old running back. They don't take that. The only reason he did that, like we said, was to flip off to the Packers.
Yeah.
These are good deals.
I agree.
And guess what, boys? Here comes 4 fucking touchdowns against the Packers. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I hope so.
No,
I'd like to get at least one of those games this season.
That's what's insane when you've been watching.
The season is fucking so far away. Why am I even referring to it as this season already? God damn it. The NFL's got me now too.
No, but like how do you get Aaron Jones just on a 1-year, $7 million deal?
Well,
like,
because they released
Saquon's deal. Like how
I
it
know.
is so fucking cheap to get a great running back. Like it's fucking insanity.
And then the Packers go and get Jacobs for a long-term deal for a bunch of money.
It's because of injuries. Like
awesome.
they use them up and they spit them out, and so
Jacobs
that's the most interchangeable position.
He has so much mileage on him, dude. He's 26 and he has so much mileage on him.
Yeah, the Packers had
so much mileage when they graduate from fucking college, for Christ's sake.
The Packers have Aaron Jones.
How is that guy still fucking like running the ball effectively?
This is where the Packers are fucking dumb, though. You have Aaron Jones, Dylan. There was that other rookie speedster that they had. They have a stable of fucking running backs.
They're confident in whoever they got behind.
But for them to release Dylan, to release Jones, and then give a huge contract to the butt fuck from the Raiders, like it was dumb. Like, thank you. Like,
and they to a guy who's taken pay cuts for them before. And they waited 2 weeks to cut him until they secured Jacobs until they could tamper. And so he didn't have any head start on actual contract negotiations. So they basically hamstrung him.
And that's when they said, like, hey, can you take a pay cut? Well, why?
You guys
we needed you to take a 50% pay. Well, why? And they wouldn't tell him. And then finally they signed him and like, all right, see you, bud. Like,
you guys got to explain the whole tampering, like this part of the free agency. I don't understand. Like,
so a player's agent can talk with any team they want to. That's it. A player's agent can.
Which is why Kirk Cousins is in trouble because he directly contacted the Atlanta team physicians.
The PR department, and the training staff, I think.
Well, let's make this clear. Let's make this clear for the 0 people that are watching right now.
Somebody, this will be a podcast tomorrow.
Kirk Cousins did nothing wrong. He's not hurting himself. He's hurting the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, good for him.
And that's
good for him.
Specifically,
he might get a pick out of it too.
An honest white boy.
No, and I'm saying the realistic pick we could get, in my mind, tell me if I'm stupid, would be a 3rd-round pick. What we don't have.
What we don't have, which would be something we could trade.
It happened before. So we have a lot to be thankful for Atlanta for. They balled out and gave him all this money that we had no
chance. Make our decision easy,
no chance of matching. So it made that quick, so we could move and do all these things and get that space gone. And they cheated.
So I've got two things to say on that. Number one, when the NFL does their investigation, if they do interview Kirk Cousins, good thing he's a good Christian boy because he can't lie.
One lick of a bit.
If he does, he's burning in hell.
That's why he's not a good clutch quarterback because he can't lie. He's got no balls.
Yeah. Won't be able to shop at Target anymore.
Second of all,
cut off. Go to TJ Maxx, you fucking douche. Actually, I'm pretty sure he does. No, it's Kohl's. He likes
Kohl's Cash.
He likes Kohl's Cash. Yeah, you're right.
Second of all, what we all agreed on is he's a money hungry.
He's a great businessman, is what he is.
The Vikings offered.
He does.
The Vikings offered $2 million less than the freaking Falcons.
Is that what it was?
What?
$138 million is what the Vikings did.
Thank God.
That's a report. I don't know if the guarantee. I bet you our guarantee was probably, I would say, like in the first less. Contract, the 84 million guarantee.
That's the only money that matters.
Right.
I mean,
but he's a great quarterback, and it was sucked that he lost his shit at his prime. But we don't get to see that. But it's too much. We got to focus forward.
Yeah, my 2 cents. I'm happy he's actually gone because our discussions we've just been having. Jesus. No, it's
we're live at Minnesota Play-by-Play on YouTube. Somebody tune in.
It's like excitement. Like my 2 cents on the Falcons. Falcons are stupid. B,
no, they're not. No, they're not.
Lamar
No,
Jackson is stupid as well. He needs an agent. Like, they could have got Lamar Jackson for fucking Kirk Cousins money.
Right?
That's dumb.
Yeah.
And how do the Falcons as an organization, yes, they have all the pieces in play. God, there was a team that he just played for, had all the pieces in play.
I know.
And he lost to the fucking Giants.
The craziest stat that, and we've talked about this before, the crazy stat, actually, we talked about it in our text thread. Lamar Jackson's stats are eerily similar to Justin Fields last year. And Lamar Jackson won the unanimous MVP.
I would take Lamar Jackson any day of the week.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Falcons, I don't think, are that dumb. They're a quarterback away. If you watched any of their shitty games last year, Kirk Cousins is a very good quarterback. He didn't lose us games. Atlanta has a good team.
That'd be better.
I bet you they win the South. They're going to – I'm not saying they're going to go for the Super Bowl, but, I mean, they are right there.
To win the South.
But this is I think this is the –
Buccaneers suck, man.
This is like the gloss. This is the gloss over the eyes fucking effect, though, with Kirk Cousins, though. And we can say that now because we don't have to stick up for him because we don't have the boringest white quarterback in the world anymore.
We don't have Kirk Cousins apologists on the show anymore. Although we were the show that was saying we take Lamar Jackson off your hands, Baltimore, if you don't want him.
He's getting like the greatest quarterback of all time kind of money. Tom Brady kind of money without actually winning. He doesn't win. Doesn't win big
on a year where he's actually been injured for the first time in like a dozen seasons as a quarterback.
But he's made more money in his career than Tom Brady has already.
Well, Tom Brady's getting like $375 million from CBS.
Playing football.
Talk about
Playing football. It's funny though. It's like what we were talking about earlier, how the media just snubs on the Vikings. Like when he was with us, just like, he just is what it is, and then goes to Atlanta, and then he's all the rage. Atlanta's going to be amazing.
It's T.J. Hawkinson. It's just
that's what the East Coast shit does for you, though. Like honestly,
they love him now.
Oh no, and great for the Falcons' freaking offensive playmakers. I mean, Kyle Pitts finally can be used to be the talent he is. Drake London. No, it's great for their players, and I do partially agree. Yes, they're going to be a better team. I'm not an idiot. But I don't take that risk when you watch him in the same kind of situation in Minnesota. And Minnesota couldn't go anywhere. It's the same thing, except he's older and fucking injury.
Come on. We can't blame this all on him now that he's not on the team. Before we stuck up for him, we blamed it on the offensive line. We blamed it on the defense. We blamed it on coaching.
You can blame him. If you're going to give Tom Brady all the credit in the world, you can fucking blame quarterbacks when they don't win. It's
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes did not win the fucking Super Bowl this year. The Kansas City Chiefs defense did.
That is correct.
Bottom line. Bottom fucking line.
But the threat of Mahomes was accurate.
I don't give a fuck though. I'm just saying.
There's two sides to the ball. This is why your fucking Shaq debate fucking pissed me off so much. Because
I agree 100%. Shaq could still play in this fucking league.
At his age right now? Is that what he was saying? Because that's ridiculous. I saw the man wrestle 3 years ago, and Cody Rhodes carried him. He was a goddamn geriatric, for Christ's sake.
That's fake, though.
It's not fake. He went through an actual real table off of the fucking top rope
and
onto the floor.
I bet you Shaquille
O'Neal could have lifted his ass over that top rope onto the floor. It's not fake.
If the script was the other way, Shaquille O'Neal could have lifted Cody Rhodes up and threw him through the same fucking table.
Shaq is so you had his own teammate calling him fat before the game even evolved to the point they're shooting 43s.
Better than being a fucking 120-pound fucking 7'4"
You think he could goddamn defend 25 to 30 feet away from the basket when he couldn't defend fucking 15 feet away from the basket?
Have you ever seen how tall he is? He just puts his arm up.
You're gonna have to go to the YMCA again.
I know.
I don't know why you get so animated about freaking Gobert.
Because he's a fucking terrific defender. If you ever just watched him play defense, he is cleaning up the mistakes of everyone on the team. He is the last line of defense. He's closing out on the three-point line. He's got the toughest job of anybody on the floor. I don't know how he does it night to night.
He's got the worst fucking hands on the team. He could have 40 rebounds a game if he could hold the ball. He can't shoot the fucking ball.
It's because all he has to shoot is dunks.
But the motherfucker makes $38 million a year. It's bullshit.
And he's worth it all because we're the best defense. Well, I won't say we're the best defense because I think Oklahoma City is actually the best defense because their defense turns into offense more often because they turn teams over the most. We don't turn team over the most.
Okay, we're getting off topic right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Minnesota foul play-by-play, and we're talking about Minnesota sports. So
fuck Rudy Gobert. He's going to be the reason we don't win this year.
Karl Anthony Towns will be that reason. Thank you very much, and has been that reason.
He's going to be done. They're saying he's not going to come back. They're not going to let him.
Karl will be ready for the second round of the playoffs, so we just got to get out of the first.
I think the team is better without him on the floor, though, in the playoffs. Cat.
Well, Cat just when he gets into the playoffs, man, he just fucking gets 3 fouls in the first quarter, and then you don't see him the rest of the day. It's just
so I think it's the same thing.
I know he doesn't do it during the regular season this season, at least. But god damn, in the playoffs, it's just like, damn, where did Karl Anthony Towns go? It's hard to get in a shooting rhythm when you're fucking sitting on the bench all day.
I was looking at the standings. I actually want them to finish third. I don't want them to have the 1 seed.
And pull like the Golden State Warriors or the Lakers.
Yeah,
I actually like our chances. I like our chances against the Clippers more so than any other team out there. We have handled the Clippers outside of one game, and in that game we were up by 20. We just managed to shit down our leg in the fourth.
Let's reel it back to the gridiron. How is Chicago going to fuck up the draft? Like my thing is, if I was playing Madden
right
draft
now, anybody besides
playing Madden, the team they have on the field now, and I've got 2 top 10 picks. Like this is like heaven, where it's just like I can build the greatest team for the next 2 to 3 years.
It's more like
I mean, that in my mind, you have to keep Fields. Like you could accumulate so much draft capital and fill out a team and make a great team. And they're not going to do that. Like I just don't understand.
There's got to be more to it. Fields has to want out. They have to not like him. There's got to be more to it. They wouldn't just give up on that without more.
Could be medical.
Could be, yeah. Or they're just sick of whatever, but...
they challenged it. We got a power play for delaying game.
My only pushback on that is, like, you watch the Jets year after year. Like, some of these fucking teams just make the dumbest decisions. Like... Yeah.
The Lions used to be that team. The Browns continue to be that team.
Not that much anymore, but... Because they got a Viking.
They still gave Deshaun Watson a ton of money to not play football.
Well, there is that.
I would have paid him the same amount.
It's kind of hard to believe how far he's fallen. I mean,
he can't get massages anymore. He's fucking sore, man.
This
ice bath doesn't do it. There's no hands in there.
Like it's like OJ, man. You got to let the juice loose, man. You got to let the juice loose.